Man, I half expected there to be someone out here golfing. Even though it's Christmas Day, I've come here before on Easter, I've come here before on Thanksgiving, trying to sneak in like an hour of fishing, and there's still golfers out here. But today, sure enough, no one's out here. Thank God. There's a fish. Feels like a good fish, guys. Stay on. Okay, so we are not getting skunked today. Stay on. Think bigger than anything I got yesterday. But I don't know. They fought very hard yesterday. Oh, he's foul hooked. He's foul hooked. He's a dink. Well, he was foul hooked. Oh, those guys left. There were some people out here golfing. Alright, so we didn't get skunked. And that looks like a pretty healthy bass. We need a better fish than that. I might want to go get the blade bait real quick. There's a fish. Alright guys, we're on them. It's another small one. Wow, fighting hard. This water's so clear I can see him down there like 8 feet. I wish I had a polarized lens cap. Oh my God, look at him try and spit it. These fish have never been caught before. You can tell. It's on the side of his head again. Come here, bud. A little bigger than that last one, a little healthier too. Much better color on this guy. Beautiful. All right, man. Looks like it's gonna be worth it after all. That's a pudgy little guy. Shall we do it? Let's torpedo him. There he goes. There's a bite. Fish. 2 casts in a row. Another small one. But I'm not going to complain, guys. We found a school of them on a day where I didn't know we'd catch anything because, yes, this is a honey hole pond, but hang on, bud. Oh, if only there wasn't that wall there, that would have worked well. Oh my God, calm down. Oh my God, how do I get him out of here? Goodness, I'm gonna have to use my pliers. Oh my God, dude, I'm sorry. There we go. Okay. Fish. Jesus, dude. Look at him fight. I don't know if you guys can see that like I can. Look at that. This is like fishing the freaking, like Florida Keys. This water is so clear. That fish must have been 5 feet down there. Oh God. Oh Jesus. Okay. Hang on, bud. Okay. Oh, quit it. Little guy, that's the smallest one yet. Oh, good thump. He's not any bigger though. Look at that, he actually might be smaller. This looks like a kind of pond that could have smallmouth bass, because while it was super shallow up there, it's very deep here and it drops off dramatically. Got him. Eventually we're going to run into a good one. There was a bite. Got him. That one feels a little better, but I bet he's not. And that first fish felt like a giant because he was foul hooked. Look at how these things fight, guys. Look at this. Oh God, he's barely hooked. Come here, bud. I don't want to lose any fish today. If I can. If I lose them, I want to lose them on the hook set. Oh, I'm going to get a hook in the hand today, guys. I can feel it. You can tell these fish have never been caught. People get kicked out of here like Fort Knox. If you want to fish this pond, there's a fish. My guess is you got to come out here at night. Well, that's a little bit better one. Now, instead of 6 inches long, he might be 7. Oh, look at him. Look at him. I'm not used to that, man. I wonder if they do that everywhere. They open their mouth and try and spit it like that. Beautiful fish. Yeah, he is just a tiny bit bigger. Oh, he's barely hooked. Just hope if I get a good one today that we don't barely hook him, because a lot of these guys have just barely been hooked today. Oh, geez. There we go. Tiny one. You could totally cannonball in right here, without a doubt. It's that deep. I wouldn't recommend it though, because then you'd die. Because you'd be frozen. There's another fish. 2 casts in a row. You'd be frozen in a matter of seconds. This water's got to be 40-something degrees, because it's clear and deep. This is the kind of pond that gets cold in the winter. Oh man, he inhaled it, finally. That's how I want to hook those big ones. Dude, we must have caught 10 fish already. This is wild. And we got 6 hours before dark. We're on pace to like drop a 50 piece, which I don't know if I've ever done that. Fish. Oh, got him. Another little guy. My God. Look at them fight though. Putting up a better fight than Mike Tyson. Oh my God. This one's really fidgety. Kind of torpedoed him by accident. Another bite. There we go. Probably the same fish, just followed it in another 20 feet. Look at that. This video is going to be like 10 hours long because I'm going to zoom in on every freaking fish. Oh my God. Every single fish today has been like playing with fire. Every single one. Oh. Don't you do it, little man. That one's better by about an inch. Side hooked again. Might be the smallest one yet. Oh, he gave up. Huh. I was just going to say how hard this one was fighting, and then he gave up. And he's actually a little bit bigger. Oh my God, quit it. Just barely hooked him. That's a giant. Giant for this pond, apparently. They must think they're getting murdered when I grab them like that, but... And I'm not squeezing very hard. I have an insane grip. If I wanted to, I could squeeze them like toothpaste, but I just gotta grab them firm enough that they're not gonna kill me with the hooks. He's barely hooked. Oh no, he's not. He's hooked pretty well. Oh, I think he probably hooked himself again there at the end. Oh, please don't. Oh my God, please don't. Fish. First one in about 6 casts. That's like going an hour without a bite anywhere else. Torpedoed the shit out of him. Well, it's a long way down from here. Fish. Hooked him. Oh, he's freaking out. He's tiny. Okay, so we can hook him on the blade bait. It is possible. He's got orange eyes. Very pretty fish. These fish, this is interesting. Normally, golf course bass have a certain weird look to them, like they're yellowish or they're funky looking because of the chemicals in the water. But these guys look as healthy as can be. You wouldn't know that this was a golf course. Fish. Nice. Not a nice fish, he's a dink, but nice to finally get another one. Actually, might be the smallest one of the day. He's a contender. It's a race to the bottom. There was a bite. There he is. A lot of these fish are missing it the first time and then getting it the second or third time. Hooked him in the side too. Glad I didn't say anything, because once again I thought I had a better fish, but I was wrong. Just hooked him in the brain. When they're side hooked like that, you pull so much water trying to get him out. Look at that. That might be the smallest one yet. He's certainly smaller than that last one, and I thought that guy was a contender. So that was probably the smallest one yet. I think that far out it's still pretty deep. But starting about 15 feet out here, it gets shallow. I don't know if I want to throw the crankbait here. I can probably do the jerkbait, because the jerkbait, I can cast it out there and without even reeling it in, I can just twitch it, and that alone gets it down about 2 or 3 feet. Far enough down to get bit, but not so far down that I'm going to get snagged on the bottom. Because if you just crank it, there's a fish. If you just crank it, it'll dive down about 6 feet, which is too deep for right here. Love getting them on this little swim bait, man. This thing is magic in the wintertime. This is another lure, though, that I probably keep tied on year round. That's a beautiful fish. Now that one has the chemical colors. That's the colors you expect to see out of a golf course. A yellow bass. It's not so deep here that I can give them a harsh torpedo into the water. This here is another one of these bass that looks perfectly healthy for a chemical pond. You know, think, golf courses put fertilizer in the water, pesticides in the water, herbicides in the water. There he goes. Try and toss them in on their side as much as I can. It's not every day you can just go somewhere and catch 20 fish. And that, once again, is not the same fish that I saw jump just a minute ago. This one a little bit more yellow than the last one, but that one that I saw jump was yellow. Hooked him in the tongue. There we go. That's a decent size one. Man, I don't think I've ever seen fish shake their heads as much as these guys do. And the fact that I haven't just lost every single one is crazy. Oh no. Bud's got it in the gills. No wonder he shook his head so much. There we go. Saved his life. An amateur fisherman, some little kid would have just totally killed that fish. There actually are golfers back behind me here on Christmas Day. I thought I was the only one crazy enough to go. There's a fish to go fishing today. And golfing, I think, is even more frivolous. I'm not about to get fucking kicked out of here. There's no way. I'll move out of their way for a minute. That's the smallest fish of the day. That's the best cast I've made so far today, because this thing's not easy to cast, and that cast went far. I'm gonna let it sink for a hot minute. Want it to almost touch bottom there. Maybe not quite. As clear as this pond is, even in the deepest part, if you let your bait touch bottom, you're probably going to get some sort of vegetation on it. There, I got smoked. Come on. I knew that was a good cast. Come on. Got him. That's a little bit better one. Again, I don't know where the giants are, but I know they're in here. There are giant bass in here. I've not got one yet, but hopefully. I just need one. Just give me one good one. Oof. There went a fish back there. Wow, this is very uneven. Holy shit. There's a fish back here. So I was wrong. I thought there was not as many fish over here because the big ones were over here. But here we go, another small one. Look at that. How cool is that? You know what? He's not that small. That actually is probably like our second biggest of the day. I hate to say that because he's not a big fish. Pretty little guy. Off he goes. It's pretty deep water right there. Alright, I want to try the jerkbait now. I didn't throw it earlier when I was catching all those fish because I just thought I'd had so many close calls with the crankbait on unhooking the fish. I felt like adding another treble hook would just be asking for it, but I'm gonna go for it. It's interesting, these small bass are not hitting at all like they're dormant winter fish. But where are the big ones at? Oh, I got a fish on the jerkbait. First freaking cast with it. Hopefully a better fish. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is it a better fish? I loosened my drag, so I don't know. I made up my mind a while ago I was going to tripod the next fish I caught. Don't jump. No, it is a better fish, guys. It's a much better fish. It's not a giant, but it could eat all the ones I've caught today. And I didn't... Oh man, don't quit that. I didn't see the jerkbait, so I hope he's not dead. I might have just got my answer. I need to throw the jerkbait for the bigger fish. Come here, bud. Not even a giant, but a giant by comparison. Oh, he's about to jump again. I'd hate to lose him right here. Come here. Oh, yes, dude. Oh, my God. That is a monster fish compared to the ones I've got today. There's our one good one, guys. We did it. He's not even hooked in the mouth. Oh, jeez. He doesn't have one hook in his mouth, like actually in the mouth. He's hooked on the outside of the lip. Oh, he does. He does. He has the middle one. Okay. Here we go. Got it. Oh, my God. Sorry, dude. That's not even a big fish, man. Not even a big fish, but could probably eat everything I caught today. I'm going to say he's 2 1/4, 2 1/3. I think he's 2 1/3. 2 pounds, 7 ounces. That's basically 2 1/3. It's a little bigger. He's almost 2 1/2. He's got a small mouth, so it tells me he's not a whole lot older than the fish that I've been catching today. I just got lazy and leaned all my rods against the tripod because I didn't want to have to bend over and pick them up. Little did I know I was going to catch one worthy of the tripod. Here we go. It's a long fish. He could probably be like almost 3 pounds if he had a beer gut on him. It's not a skinny fish though, by any means. It's just for how long he is, he could weigh a little bit more. I had a brutal time getting him off the hook, so I'm going to do my best to give this fish a proper release. Oh man, there's really not much way to walk down to the water here. I'm going to try it right here. Here we go. This rock here looks actually really slippery. Looks smooth. Oh, it's not. It's not slippery at all. Wow. There you go, bud. Alright, I'm back where I started. Where I caught all those fish. I don't see any fish jumping anymore. So I'm starting to think that the bite died. And we'll know pretty quickly if we don't get anything here. But the bite didn't die before we got that one good one. And that's, I mean, if the bite's really dead, that's how we're going to end up finishing off the day and finishing off the video, is with that fish. That's the last fish we caught. Unless we get a bunch more here. Nothing on that cast. I can't expect it to be every single cast like it was earlier, because I caught 30. So that's 30 fewer fish that are going to be biting in here, but I can expect to maybe, there's a bite, no way. Are they seriously still here? Every freaking fish in the pond is just right there apparently. I got a bite again. Got him. He hit 3 freaking times. I no longer care that they're small. I just don't want to go 2 hours again without a fish. So, that's a beautiful fish. Beaut. Some people would mistake that for a spotted bass, but it is not. It is a beautiful clear water largemouth. Okay, that's, I think 2 casts in a row. Yeah, it is a better fish. It's not a whole lot longer, but it's extremely fat. I wish that 2.5 pounder was fat like that. Oh my God. Thanks for playing, but his belly's soft. He's so freaking fat, his belly is soft. Wow. I made a lap around this pond only to catch like 2 or 3 fish everywhere else but here. I come right back here and immediately start catching them again. What would I have done if I didn't figure this out today? I would have caught very little fish. For some reason that guy's bleeding out of the gills. I didn't hook him in the gills, but 'tis what it is. 'Tis the season. He turned into a grassy boy. Grassy boy. Oh yeah, we yanked him out of the water. My drag set pretty loose. Probably should tighten it. Damn, dude, I'm hooking a lot of them, like, not hooking them in the gills, but I'm wrapping their gills. There we go. Man, I don't know what the hell happened there. Didn't look like the bait was in his gills. I'll lock down the drag a little bit more. These are not big fish. I don't need to finesse them. They can't challenge me. They're no match. Pretty guy, man. Nice orange eyeballs. Till I poked it out. Because, I mean, that last one wasn't a whole lot smaller, and I just absolutely horsed him up here. Yeah, that's actually much better. That's way better, actually. That might be our second biggest of the day. The biggest one was just by far bigger than all the others, but that one might be 1.5 pounds. He's chunky. See what I mean? Like a 2, well, that guy was about 2 inches longer, but a 1 inch difference here is huge, I've noticed. This fish here is like 5 inches shorter than that last one. Not even close. Oh, pretty yellow one. He's got a nasty gash on him. Probably a seagull came down and dive bombed him, and he barely just got away. There's a fish. Look at how these fish fight, man, even for small fish. I mean, they just don't feel small whatsoever. Oh, that is a better one. Hey, that's a crappie. No way. Stay on. That's a freaking giant crappie. Oh, wow. Never thought the biggest fish of the day would end up being a crappie. No way. I just fucking kissed him. I love you, dude. Thank you so much. Wow, what a slab. Jeez, dude, that's like a 2-pound crappie. Wow. No way. I would not mind running into a school of them. 1 pound, 12 ounce. That's giant for a crappie. My biggest ever is like 2 pounds, 2 ounces. So this is close to my biggest ever. And my biggest ever is bigger than like most people have ever even seen. And I also caught it in the wintertime about 2 years ago. Look at that freaking slab. Wow. It's no wonder the bass are small in here, because the crappie are huge. Look at that freaking slab. He's a unit and a half. That was not on my bucket list today. Catching a crappie bigger than all these bass. He's like 6 inches long from back to belly. He fought extremely hard too. For a crappie. That's crazy. Those golfers I was talking to earlier said there's giant catfish in here too. Well, and there's carp, there's koi. But apparently there's giant crappie in here too. I mean, wow, what a slab. And you actually might expect to get a crappie on that lure, that type of lure. There we go. He went in perfectly. Just like a knife through butter. No, that's a bass. Crappie don't fight like that. Get over here. Pretty orange eyes on that guy. Dude, I have not lost many fish today. At least when I've hooked them, they've stayed on. I've lost a lot of fish that have missed the bait or whatever.